we're going to use AI today to collect the most searched questions on the internet associated with the royal family. When did the royal family change their name to Windsor?
That was in 1917. The 17th of July, 1917, the royal proclamation of King George V, that henceforth he and all members of his house would be known by that. I've got the name, the wording is here. Now, therefore, we, out of our royal will and authority, do hereby declare and announce that as from the date of this, our royal proclamation, our house and family shall be styled and known as the house and family of Windsor, and that all the descendants in the male line of our said grandmother Queen Victoria, who are subjects of these realms, other than female descendants who may marry or may have married, shall bear the said name of Windsor. 1917. And the reason was pretty straightforward. We were at war with Germany, and it was thought to be slightly incongruous that the House of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, which succeeded the House of Hanover, was at war with the Royal House of Prussia, the Hohenzollerns. So there was a period of consultation between the king and Arthur Bigg, Lord Stamfordham, the private secretary, and all sorts of things were considered. Many different place names and many different ideas, and in the end, it was settled on Windsor because that's where Windsor Castle is, which is the basis of the badge of the House of Windsor, and it's a solidly British, solidly English name. It is a name that is used by many English families. It just happens also to be the name of the house and surname of the royal family. And at the same time, George V then restricted the use of princely titles to his very nearest relations, and then 2 years later stripped all the Germans of their British titles and styles. So it was a time at which the monarchy was slimmed down. And it was, quite a useful modernizing step from a monarch not known for his modernistic tendencies.
Well,
and it's also the source of the only recorded joke of Kaiser Wilhelm, which when King George V changed the name of the royal family from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor, the Kaiser remarked jokingly that he looked forward to the next time he saw a production of Shakespeare's The Merry Wives of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha.
It was so beautifully executed, but to hear you explain how it happened and why it happened, it feels like such an extreme reaction. But I mean, it worked.
Yes. There was all sorts of anti-German furore during the First World War. German shepherd dogs were Alsatians and German shepherd dogs were shot in the street, and German composers' works were booed at concerts and things like that. And the same thing happened again in the Second War. Though one of the better things in the Second War was that Dame Myra Hess, herself of German extraction, played predominantly German works in the National Gallery every lunchtime. So it was I think it was a perfectly understandable thing to do. And King George V thought of himself as he was, as an Englishman. Though he may have had German ancestry, he thought of himself through and through as an Englishman. So it was probably for him actually a rather nice thing to change his name from something he didn't particularly like or associate with to something he certainly did like and associate.